So just had the news today, the ofgem report for gas and electric and your energy usage. There's an 80% rise from the 1st of October. So what it means in numbers terms is that your electric per kilowatt hour is going up from 28 pence to 52 pence, and your gas is going up from 7.4 to 14.8 pence per kilowatt hour. So the average family is going to be about 80% down for your average usage. So what does it actually mean, apart from the fact that it's costing us more money? It means that we're going to have to start thinking about things to try and save this money, save energy, prepare your home, prepare your pockets for whatever might happen. So how can we best do this? Thermostats, we don't have to whack them on 22, 23 degrees all day and then turn them off and let that big spike in gas go up and down. We need to make sure that the lowest we have our temperature is 18, and if we can try and keep the maximum at 20, it means that there'll just be a slow, steady use of gas as opposed to peaks and troughs. We need to make sure we're not putting all our washing on our radiators, which is just wasting gas. So remember, at 14.8 pence per kilowatt hour, you're basically paying to dry those clothes, so you need to just think a bit more carefully about that. Thermostatic radiator valves, make sure they're on your radiators, turn them down if you don't stay in each room. So if you've got a 3 or 4 bedroom house where only 2 of the bedrooms are being used, let's make sure we turn them thermostatic radiator valves down to number 1 or number 2. We don't need to have them on full. These little hints and tricks will just chisel down a little bit on your gas usage. Also, if you know how to do it, you can go to your boiler and adjust the flow temperature. Now, your flow temperature on your boiler ideally will be set to under 60 degrees. Now, most engineers, when they've installed your boiler, will probably left this on max, so it'll be on 75, 80 degrees. We don't need to do that. So if you're unsure, get your boiler serviced, get it checked, ask your engineer to make sure your flow temperature's turned down to 55 to 60 degrees. Don't worry, you will still get hot radiators, so it's not going to affect your house too much. You won't really notice, but you'll certainly notice in terms of your gas bills. So get your flow temperature down, your hot water temperature on the boiler, that don't need to be at 60 degrees, that can be at 50 to 55. That will save you money as well on your gas bills. And obviously just make sure that if you've ever been thinking about a new boiler or a new updated system, this is probably the best time to do it. Okay, so yes, it's going to hurt your pocket initially because a new boiler fitted correctly is probably going to cost you £2,500 to £3,000, but you can offset the savings that you'll make from that against the fact that you'd be spending more gas right now by not doing it. So especially if you've got the old systems with the tanks in the loft, they are just gas guzzling and they are costing you a fortune. So you really want to be trying to get them out if you can, get in a new combi boiler, or at least get your system set up perfectly. If you've got old radiators and not even got thermostatic radiator valves, old radiators could be costing you a fortune to run because the chances are they're all sludged up, which is not making them efficient. So if you can get a new boiler in, or new radiators, nice clean system with a filter on, then obviously that new boiler is going to be pushing clean water around the radiators, which is going to make it heat up quicker, which is going to shut the boiler off quicker, which is going to stop you using gas. So remember, we don't want to give our money to the energy companies. 14.8 pence per kilowatt hour for the average usage. If you've got a really old boiler, you're going to be struggling. So certainly thermostatic radiator valves, turn them down. Don't be drying all your washing on your radiators. If you have got the budget to get a new boiler or to upgrade your system and get it cleaned and flushed, get a filter on there, that is going to save you up to £800 per year. So 3 years down the line, the new heating system and boilers paid for itself, and you'll be ahead of the game when it comes to paying your energy bills. So remember, if the new boiler or new system's not in your budget right now, but you want to try and save from this stupid 80% energy rise, then make sure you turn your thermostatic radiator valves down, your flow temperature down on your boiler, your hot water temperature down. Don't be wasting gas by heating up your radiators just to dry all your washing out. and turn your thermostat down by 1 degree. It doesn't need to be 22, 23 degrees, 20, 21 max. You don't need any higher than that, and you just got to think about things a little bit more. So obviously that's the prices at the moment, but they're only capped until January 2023 because the market is so volatile. So there is a chance, and a good chance, that these could rise again. So any tips that you can do, any tricks, any savings that you can do now is only going to benefit you in the future. So tighten your belts, but if you have got a bit of savings, or you've got the budget to update your system and your boiler, then that is certainly the way to go to beat these energy prices.